So again, some more thoughts on Ephesians chapter 1. I'm in verse 18, and it's because I wanted to start talking about this power of God and the ability of God to do the things that he says that he will do. And the importance of even the fact that we have to be given the gift to even understand this, which is faith. But this is what Paul is saying. He's praying, I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened so that you will know what is the hope of his calling. What are the riches of the glory of his inheritance to the saints? I think sometimes we don't really take this very seriously. It's almost like we think, oh, we just needed a little adjustment and then, okay, I can get it. But it's more than that. There has to be an enlightening of our hearts. And I see this enlightening substance as faith, so that you will know what is the hope of his calling. So you won't neglect it. Like, okay, well, I'll come when I get ready. No, it's an urgent call. And, that's why I'm sitting here today, because I've become involved in this. And to me, this is the most important thing that I can be doing right now, is attempting to be enlightened as to the hope of his calling and what are the riches. What about the riches? I'm concerned about money, but this is talking about the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints. What I have to look forward to. And this is the gist of what I have written down here below. And what is the surpassing greatness of his power towards us who believe? These are in accordance with the working of his strength and of his might, which he brought about in Christ, when he raised him from the dead and seated him at his right hand in heavenly places, far above all rule and authority and power and dominion. Power that's above every other power that we know of as humans, and every name that is named, not only in this age, but also in the one to come. And he put all things in subjection under his feet, and gave him as head over all things to the church, which is his body, the fullness of him who fills all in all. Now we're coming back down here to this earth and the church. Church worship, divine service is that power on earth. So as I continue to read this, I am focusing more on God's power. How am I meant to understand this? How do I come to believe this to be power at all, considering my natural state of sinful denial and blatant rebellion? God has real power. God is power. This is the power to overcome my own sinful nature. This is power I don't have. Only God can forgive sins. Only God can give the gift of faith required to recognize my true state of sin and to receive the benefit of his power, as opposed to the now restrained power of his judgment. Verse 19, the surpassing power. And what is the surpassing greatness of his power towards us who believe? So the gift of faith is a means by which God allows us to benefit from his power. His perfect holiness demands this. Having not been created, God is not comparable or accountable to a creator as we are. He has no need to change. Therefore, his power doesn't change or adjust. It must be mediated for our own good. Thus, the wonderful embodiment of God's power in his word, Christ. Our ultimate goal, ultimate inheritance is this state. Our ultimate place is trying to think of what I want to say. The idea is that ultimately we are going to return to a place where God's power we can experience God's power in its full strength, which he's not just limited to being powerful. He's a multifaceted being that is superior to us, and we have accountability to him, and we have offended him, and so that makes his power adversarial to us until faith brings us to the resurrection and our new heaven and new earth and our new bodies, and we will be able to experience the power of God full strength, if you will.